Hello everybody, welcome back to the Commonwealth. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. We're headed towards the cabin. I've got a few topics I want to talk about today, like 3 or 4 of them, including the fact that I'm gonna have to do a lot more work, and I'm already doing a bunch of work. My wife is too. I'm gonna give you that news and a bunch of other stuff, including one question and a comment from a viewer. Let's go take a look. Now that we are squarely inside of Q4, I'd love to hear if you've seen any change whatsoever, up, down, or nothing at all in your sales. And this is a Q4 sale. What do you know? A little Halloween Express, haunted Halloween Express train. And this one right here sold, I don't remember what it sold for, 30 bucks? $24.95 plus shipping. When I see these items and I'm out and about, I automatically think I don't want to ship that odd shaped item. But you know, when you can get something super duper cheap, 25 bucks, I'll put in a little bit of work. I guess we'll start with some of this news and keep pulling and get into some of these other topics along the road today. We do have some cool sales. And the first one is that Bubba's girlfriend, a lot of you guys know that I've always talked about Bubba's girlfriend, and she's Bubba's fiance. And both of them graduated college early. And now she has a job, like a real job, a jobby job, right? And so she's she might help every once in a while, but she's no longer going to be doing the things that she used to do for us. So another one of these cards, y'all, these little packs of cards, they didn't sell forever, and now they're selling. I think we're getting right around $27 per pack for these Skybox EXL 9596 trading cards, just to make sure. $26.95 plus shipping. I would much rather ship that for the same price as that. So congratulations to you if you're out there listening, but that just means that I've got to kind of pick up the slack or beg Jess to come back and work a couple more hours or something. She comes and helps us too. So this is the last thing she officially did. She shipped out a giant lot of Dibdit orders for us. So I appreciate that. And my wife has been picking, we've known this is going to come for a while. We're just trying to help her in that intermediate stage, get her some income while she's out there searching for jobs since beginning of summer. And so, you know, the market's a little rough for what she's trying to get into, but she finally got into it, which is awesome for her. So my wife's been ramping up her listings, and I've been ramping up my listings, and we're getting that done. We're probably just going to have to share the load unless Jess will agree to come in for an extra hour or two or something like that and ship for us. You know, sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. We call her when we've bought a lot of stuff, come on in and help us. So, but my wife has really been working hard and helping me with the listings. Right now, we don't have that much inventory, so it's easy to just pluck off 8-10 things a day and get them listed. But at times, there's a ton of inventory coming in, and it's hard for me to keep up with those, you know, drafts and listings. And so my wife's been picking that up for us, and she also helps me ship. I've been doing most of the shipping lately, but she's going to have to come and help me a little bit more. So there's one update. Next sale's pretty cool. I love finding, I never used to pick up interesting looking things that I didn't know what they were. And then I started to. This is I think it's pronounced Siddur, right? A Jewish prayer book. And I forgot my history right here. It's taking me back a long ways. These are prayers based on the Jewish calendar. I think that's right. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure that's right. It's a pretty cool looking book right there. And that one sold, so I picked this stuff up now, you know, 1969 it says. And it sold for $37.95 plus shipping. Yak off if you're out there, Jake. Tell me if I'm right. Am I right? Picked this one up not too long ago. You saw it on the Picker channel about a week and a half ago. And I paid $5, I believe, for this one. And it's pretty desirable when I see this type of stuff to pick it up. Cool little pearl snaps, great color, good size, vintage. And this one sold for $28.45 on a send offer. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. And I had a viewer ask me, they're like, how come none of your items have best offer on it? And you know, I never answered it when I saw the question, but I'm going to answer it right now. And then another viewer said something about how stupid it is for anybody to send offers at all. It just encourages bad behavior. Speaking of bad behavior, 2 of them just walked in. Well, one of them. Wallen's pretty good. So I don't do best offer, and I used to do best offer until they had the feature where somebody could send you a message and they could basically offer themselves, right? They could say, hey, would you do this on it? And then you send them an offer. And you used to not be able to send offers to anybody. You used to just have that best offer feature. So they told the second person, the viewer, and I'll get back to the first question in a minute, they're like, you know, if everybody would just stop sending offers, then people wouldn't be lowballing everybody. And, you know, I see all these screenshots on Facebook like, these are ridiculous offers and this and this and that, you know, like, oh. So I'm going to explain that today. And I also think, to some degree, buyers have become very savvy to this. These people out there looking for incredible deals. I personally don't have a problem with that. That's what I do at garage sales, right? So I can't complain if somebody's doing that to me. But there are some things I do to mitigate it and to use it to my advantage. I want to talk about that today. One for the good puppy, that's you, and one for the not so good puppy, that's you. This jacket is a pretty good example of what I'm talking about right here. And it's a Redskin starter jacket, made in China though, so it's not one of those, I just broke a hanger. It's not one of the super old ones, but it is in excellent condition. Look at this, with the tags. So this one right here sold, and it took a little while. You probably saw this video on the Picker channel about a month ago. Thought I'd show you the back hit on it as well. And this one sold, and I can't hang it up at this point. And it sold for $149.95. I had people, when I put that out there, I had lots of people send me a message. I didn't put best offer on it because I put it out there at the price I thought maybe it could sell for. And I don't want to constantly, you know, be looking at other people's offers. It takes time, and that time I could use to list. Now, it's marginal, so I'm not saying don't do best offers. A lot of people do best offers, and that's perfectly fine. It's probably the best practices. But I don't, because I value time so much to get up new listings. Now, a lot of people who complain about these lowball offers, I'm like, well, why don't you set a minimum at least? What is the absolute minimum you will accept, and just set that and just be done with it. For me, I don't put that best offer out there anyways, because for me as a buyer, I'm in there time. Time is important. If I'm looking for something, I'm trying to get it quickly. And sometimes I'm willing to pay a little bit more to get it quickly because I value that time enough with the opportunity cost to do something else. But sometimes I don't need that item. Like I bought something actually off of a viewer the other day, and it was for my dad. So I sent an offer to him. I was like, hey, would you take this? I don't know, it was like $59 free shipping or something like that. And I offered $50 for it because it wasn't my money. It was my dad's money. And I wanted to get him a good deal. And of course the guy's like, hey, I follow you. I'm like, that's cool. You gonna accept my offer? And of course he did. So I was able to get that battery for my dad's weed eater that he uses around his house, and I was able to get it a little bit cheaper, which is cool because that's an expensive battery. It's like $120 brand new. So I want to know what you do out there as far as do you do best offer, and if you do best offer, do you then go in and put your minimum offer that you'd accept? I highly would suggest that. And I also want to talk a little bit about send offer and what I typically do and answer that person's question. Sold, now I'm a little scared because I sold one of these today as well, which I'll ship out tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I get the right one. One of them sold, let's see, this little Wallace, I've been talking about these for a while. We've sold a bunch now. This one sold for $32.20 plus shipping for that Wallace silver-plated ornament. There, I fixed this one, gave it a hanger so I didn't get it on my table, although my table's pretty clean. And I've got to go inside here in just a second and pick up a big giant item that I'm really glad is gone because it's taking up a ton of space. When I get back from that, I'll tell you the process that I personally use. I don't know if it's right for everybody. I want to hear your feedback as well. But there are a lot of people out there that are really, really searching for deals. And I totally get it, and I totally would be when I'm one of those people. I'm going to try to buy something as cheap as I can, within reason, and also regarding time. And if you're an eBay seller, time is precious when you're talking about getting new listings up, in my opinion, or sourcing the right stuff. So we're going to talk about that, answer that person's questions. I'm going to go grab this one first. All right, here's what I mean. I'm in the eBay cave here. And this right here is what's sold. And I obviously can't carry it with one hand, so I'm going to grab it first. So I picked this one up with my wife at a sale. The box has got a little damage, but this is brand new in the package. And not something I would typically buy, but the price on it intrigued me, $3. So I looked it up. There were some listed for like 200, some for 150, but none sold. So I'm like, I'm definitely on this item going to be the best price out there. And so I put it out there for $119.95 plus shipping. I paid $3 and it sold. So are those deal finders giving you grief? Are you one of those people that just hates that lowball offer and gets mad at it? I just don't see any benefit in it. I might laugh at it sometimes or something, but I'm like, I paid less than that. So I don't know. That's the way I think about it. It's like, hey, there's no harm in asking. You can ask and I can say no, but usually I don't have to deal with that very much because I don't have best offer on. And it just makes more sense for me. But I do send offer, and somebody's like, you know, why don't you do this best offer? I've already explained that part, but I do the send offer. I look almost every day, unless I've got a ton of sales already and a ton of shipping. Sometimes I'll leave it for a lighter day. And I'll do send offer a lot. And there might be, let's say I think there was 19 things on there this morning when I got off that I could send an offer out on. So what I do is I'll look. If it's a really, really recently listed item, I might not send an offer on it. But I might. Just depends on what that item is. It's something that I thought maybe would be a long tail item, then I'll send it out. So I'll just go and check all those that I'm not desperate to sell, that I think is at a good price, that might have multiple watchers, and I'll send a 5% out offer. But boy, if I have stuff show up in my send offers that has been in the store a long time, I'm going to check those separately, and I'm going to send out 10, 15, 20%. If it's something I really want to sell, I'm going to send out a 25% off offer. And that, to me, is the best system for what I do. The next item is an example of something I really, really wanted to sell. Now, I didn't have to send an offer out on it because it went out on a 30% off sale. And it's this bag right here that I picked up for $1. I'm like, oh, that thing looks cool. Kodak copper tone sun care. I was like, somebody might use it as a beach bag or something. And then I got it home. I'm like, man, this was a terrible item. Even for $1, I'm like, I wouldn't have picked it up because the sell-through rate's bad. They only sell for a little bit of money. And so it finally sold, and I'm happy it's gone. $7.66. Yep, $7.66 plus shipping. So I'm making a little bit of money, but boy, it took up space in that top bin for a long, long time. I've been mentioning Commons lots that I've sold, and that back one back there is a shopcommons.net lot of t-shirts that I sold. Holy moly, there's a cat out there. Somebody's not happy. I have to go check it out. And that lot sold for $39 plus shipping. Back in the eBay cave again, I have these Harley pants that sold quite a bit right off the bat. And now some of them have slowed. The sizes are pretty tough on these. I think these are a size 4. We had them out there for, I don't know what we had them for, but they sold on 30% off. They've been out so long that they finally hit that sale. $24.47 plus shipping. Was that you out there? Huh? Was that you? Did you get in a little cat fight with somebody? Pepper doesn't mind the new cat. No Name is the one that doesn't like that new cat too much. But I sold a 3D ET pin, and we sell these on eBay, but I put them a little cheaper over on Dibdit, and we sell them over there every once in a while, dibdit.com, and this one sold to Sherry for $5 plus shipping. I've actually sold stuff on 4 different platforms today. One of them, this next item right here, is a sale on Bonanza. And I'm glad it sold on Bonanza because it hadn't sold on eBay in forever. And I will pick these camera roll film rolls up. Fujifilm Super HQ. I've had this a long time, I believe. And this one sold, pick it up for $1, $19.75 plus shipping, sold on Bonanza. So those 4 platforms, most of these sales are on eBay. We did have the one lot sale on shopcommons.net, and then we had that one Dibdit sale. I've got another one, and it is this one right here, Mad Magazine. This is one of those deals of the day. This was not a deal of the day. This is over there all the time. But this Mad Magazine, and it's a viewer. Most of the Dibdit sales are viewers, of course. Not all of them, but most of them. I would say the great majority. What am I looking? Oh, they also got one of these. So they combine that shipping, that progressive shipping. So combined, I think it's right around $25, I think, plus shipping for those 2 who bought it. I didn't write down who bought it, so don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. But we appreciate the purchase. These are also on commonwealthpicker.com, but Thought this would be a perfect item for deal of the day on Dibdit. And it got scooped up, so this is the new perfect item for deal of the day. Really good condition, Anna Lee puppy dog. Where's the Anna Lee tag? There it is right there. And these go for probably around $15 to $25 over on eBay for this. We're going to put it out on Dibdit.com. We're going to put it out there for, how about $7.99 plus shipping. This should have sold by now. Thank you for all the folks who have been so charitable for Sophie's little donation. I got a card there from Mary the other day as well, so thank you. And this one's probably sold, but not at the time I'm filming this video, so I'll tell you about that in the near future. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of sad to see this Stomper go right here. This is a pretty cool one. I bought this from Tim the Toy Man. You might remember that video. So Tim knows what he's doing, so I'm obviously not going to give him an offer that's just way under. But we came to an agreement on it, and I can't even remember what it is. I think it was, I don't know if it was $40 maybe for the Stomper, 50. I can't remember, but if you ever find these, y'all, pick them up. I probably passed them up for years. I didn't learn about these till like 5 years ago. Maine Hong Kong Stomper. What are they? Schrader? I can't remember the name of it. See if I can find it on there. Schaefer Manufacturing Company. This one sold full price for $114.95 plus shipping. And it looks like a lot of the sales are right here today. Sold one of these. These are on 30% off right now. $7.66 for these. So, you know, I don't know. I like being able to see some of the merchandise. It just makes me happy. Some of the old stuff especially I really enjoy. So I keep these shelves out. Do you ever display anything that you have for sale? I'm curious. Or do you just tuck it all away in bins? I would love to know that. Maybe you can go over to the Trash to Cash Facebook reselling group and post a picture. Maybe I'll do that. I'll post a picture of my workspace and ask other people to do that. Hey, that reminded me of something since I was right over here with my reseller, Genie. I've had a few messages about it because we're getting towards the end of the year and people are thinking about it. I'll talk about it down the road a little bit. But I do have a video. You can go check it out if you are interested in learning a little bit more. Back in the eBay cave again, and this one sold a little quicker than I thought, to be honest with you. Well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't too quick. It's a Yeti cooler, just picked it up last weekend. And this one was actually a tough one for me. They had it priced at $50. And this particular one goes for about $120. This one sold for $120, $119.95, something like that, plus shipping. Did have this little issue, didn't have the strap, but I figured I could get around $120 for it, and they had it at $50. I'm like, I sure would like to get this for $40. And I think I said something about it to one of the people there, and the other person I heard talking to him in the background, they're like, it's not ours, it's our son's, or something like that. And so this was a little bit tough. Did I want to pay $50 or not? I want to pay $40 because that's about 33% of what I thought I could sell it for, and I can make a decent profit on it, at least, you know, $45 or so. But at $50, I'm looking at like a, depending on where it's going in shipping, between a $30 and a $45 profit on it, paying $50. But in the end, I decided I would pick it up and I would take the profit. Probably making around $35 on this one right here. Maybe a little bit more, we'll see. But after fees and all the stuff goes into it, you're not making a ton. So most people wouldn't spend $50 to make $35, but I figured worst case scenario, my oldest boy would love it. He loves all these stuff. I wouldn't spend that much money though. All right, Turner's got a joke for us, but before he gives us some Commonwealth comedy, since he's got his little kitty here, because the girls are gone, look at this cat, y'all. Look at them blue eyes. When that cat showed up at our back door, you immediately did what? What did you do? Do you remember?
I went upstairs.
And you looked at me like, are you going to let them keep this cat? Oh, and Reagan ran so fast. It was like right after Sophie. I'm like, can I tell these girls no right after Sophie just passed? I'm like, I don't know. So apparently we're keeping this cat. Doesn't have a name yet. We're fighting about it, I think.
Yeah, it's Sparky. Everybody's been naming it Sparky.
No, that's what Bubba wants to call it, Sparky, but I don't think your mom wants to call it that. Anyway, what's your cat joke today?
What's a cat's favorite TV show?
What's a cat's favorite TV show? I don't know what.
Claw and Order.
Claw and Order. I like it. Thank you, bud.
Bye.
You'll notice we don't have all those up there anymore because we were getting really low on them, of course, and we pulled what we did have here. I told people I promised them we'd keep selling these up until the point where we had one last bin for decoration. So that's what we're doing, and we sold another one of these on auction. We're doing about one every 10-15 days or so. For those of you who are new to the channel, it's a plush enema. Get your eBay store moving. Proven 99.8% effective. This one went to Lad 5-point flipper. Kevin, glad to finally get my own enema, and I feel like I am a real reseller now. Thanks for all the content. Great information you put out, despite how much Dave and Carrie talk over you on the Trash to Cash podcast. So, Lad 5-point flipper. We appreciate it, and I hope he gets things moving for you. And I sold a hat. I thought we were going to ruin our hat streak. We've been selling hats just about every day lately, which in all honesty, we should be, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different hat bins. So we better be selling a hat a day. This one is an antique person, genuine antique person hat. But it's got all these pins on it, made the old-fashioned way, lines of true character, frequently stripped, polished, and buffed. Okay. True classic and appraised value priceless. And that little bucket hat sold. This one sold to a viewer. We did have the 3 viewer sales today, so thank y'all very, very much. That one sold for, I think, just under 20 bucks plus shipping. And it sold to, who did it sell to? This is for Teresa's husband. So thank you. Love to watch you on YouTube. I've learned so much. Sorry to hear about your Sophie. My heart goes out to you and your family. My husband turns 60 January 1st. This is perfect. He's an antique person. All you people out there, 60 is at least old enough for antique, right? Nobody's going to argue that. I don't know. Is it 100? Some people say 100. All right, I got 2 pooches and Reagan. And look at all the shipping's already done. So we're ready to roll. Reagan just got home from practice. And we got 3 sales. These are actually not on CommonwealthPicker.com. These are on Dibdit, because the only place we sell these is on Dibdit. How you doing? How you doing? All right, what you got?
Dusty, Box Treasures, Shelly, and Trade Titan all got Dibdit bags.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you all. And they are all sellers over there. I think Shelly maybe. I think maybe all of you are sellers. Yeah, I think all 3 of them are live sellers on Dibdit.com. Dusty Box Treasures is the guy who gave me the info to get these. So we appreciate those. You can, I don't have any more left, but he does. You can go check out his store over there. I'm sure he's got some.
Bye, and don't forget to get your stickers at CommonwealthPicker.com.
That reminds me of this message we got from Mary. So Mary, thank you very, very much for your sweet card. I appreciate it. About Sophie, we have missed her, of course, but like I said, she did live her good years with us, and we're happy we had her. If that darn cat would have just showed up like a month from now, then I could have had the guts to tell my girls no, but so close I couldn't. So now I'm the proud owner of 2 dogs and 5 cats. Although the cats spend so much time outside and stuff. There's no names, the only one that's really inside a bunch. And this new cat doesn't ever leave the house, so who knows. Hey, let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you get annoyed? Are buyers really trying to get incredible deals this time? Can you blame them if they're having difficulty, saving $1 here and there? It's something that isn't a terrible thing. If they're sending you, 20% of what you got the thing listed for, does it tick you off? Do you do best offer on every item? Do you send out offers? Let me know all that stuff in the comments below. I got a great show up for you next time as well. Thank you, as always, for watching, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing. You guys have been amazing to us, and we're hoping to give back. The next show should have announcements for the winners from the last show. So hang around for that, and we'll try to be giving away a bunch of stuff just as a thank you to you guys. We always do this in Q4. We always raise money for charity as well. And we're just very thankful to be a part of your lives. We appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you next time.